I'm bading eh.
Yeah.
Ang daming streamer na straight guy. Karamihan boring. Same with girls, di ba? Look, ganyan. Gays will always have the personality.
Exactly.
Di ba?
Yeah.
So, hire us, guys. Pride Month, hindi
It's
pa
our
tapos.
selling point, di ba? Kung need yun ng graphics,
We're naturally
ito na
funny.
yun.
So, totoo yun.
And we get all sides of the world. Trust.
Yeah.
Trust. Do you get annoyed when people specifically parang associate you as being a guy just because you're a lesbian?
Alam mo, yan lagi yung questions ng mga straight parate, di ba? Parang, so sino lalaki sa inyo? Walang lalaki sa amin, guys.
That's the point, right?
Parang ang hirap maintindihan for them.
That's
na hindi
exactly-
porket ba din
Oh,
ako
yeah.
gusto ko maging girl.
Yeah, exactly. Ganon, di ba? So, wala.
Hoy, Blair, kakain kang pepe. Sabi ko, ew! That's the usual reaction. Parang, kagiri, parang
Sa bagay,
gano'n.
pag sinabihan din naman ako
Game.
ng tarup. Hello?
And parang, I'm doing it as a joke, but at the
Yeah.
same time, that's really how I feel. Parang, hindi
Yeah,
talaga
yeah,
ako kakain ng pepe. Welcome back to us and to everyone else. We are still gay.
PRB for bading.
Now we're gonna be talking about the ano ba?
The
Ang
spicy stuff,
The spicy
apparently.
stuff, I guess. Some
Umiyak lang
things-
kami kanina. Medyo,
Some things that you guys probably have a lot of questions about as
Yeah,
well,
true.
or maybe not, who knows. But if you're curious, then we're here to answer all of that. Let's start with dating as a queer person. I'll start with the gay stuff, I guess.
Sige.
I think it's an open knowledge thing na the gay scene in the Philippines, especially in Manila, is very small. As in, I have friends na dinate na yung ex ni another friend niya.
I think,
do you guys know
parang-
each other in that circle ba?
In the online space right now, not so much because most of the online gays, the gamer gays are usually the younger ones. So in
Okay.
terms of my generation, mukha mo ang tanda ko. My generation,
Okay.
parang most of us were online, but it's the Tumblr era kasi. Parang I
Tumblr
grew up during the
era.
Tumblr era,
Right,
which
right.
now transitioned to Twitter gays.
Yeah,
So parang the Twitter gays
yeah.
now, alam ko marami sa kanila nagtikiman na. As in the food chain is connected.
I see.
Parang ganon.
Parang universal yan.
For lesbians as well?
According din sa lesbian world, also very small. And at the ayun, may ex ako na dinidate niya rin yung dati naming tropa, basically, di ba? Tapos, kahit sa Germany din, medyo maliit lang din daw yung... I mean,
Is Germany an openly gay
it
country?
is. You are able to marry. They have a
Wow.
whole street sa Cologne na everything is like gay clubs as
That's
well.
moving there pala.
Pride. Kaya doon na ako lilipat, guys. Hello?
How about for trans people? How hard is dating? Or
Ooh.
kamusta ang dating scene?
So, I can give two perspectives because I actually tried to see if like the guys are for me. Pero, ay, mas pogi talaga ako. Before, sorry yeah, a lot of the men, especially, are out there looking for sex talaga. Like, let's just cut to the chase. So, when people ask, like, especially for the guys, they always ask about kung ano yung nandyan sa baba. And normally, it's gonna be an offensive question, diba? So, they immediately unmatch. So, ganun. We don't really see a lot of, like, genuine male relationships. Super rare lang and super nakakaingit din for other people. As for...
So you've not had a boyfriend,
No, ayoko.
but you've dated.
No, ayoko
Oh,
din.
not then.
No.
So parang
I like
chat
chat
lang.
lang. Yeah, chat lang. But like, hindi talaga para sa akin. Yung na-realize ko, I can treat myself better, basically. And as for like the ladies naman, I think in general, it's more friendly. I get to meet more gay women at in this day and
Mas
age.
intentional.
Mas
you feel
intentional. And mas soft talaga in general. Kasi
I know.
the kind of love I'm looking for then and is a very soft love. So for me, yun talaga, for me, it's something a woman can offer. So ayun, like I've been matching with a lot of people as of late.
Single ka ngayon, di ba? So ano ba ang type ng isang gani? Panawagan to para sa lahat ng
Nagka-Counter-Strike
manonood
ka
ng
ba?
episode na to.
I think for me music is a non-negotiable na. I think
Dapat
What do you
same
mean
kayo ng
music?
genre.
dapat
Genre.
pasok yung vibes.
Ano ba ang genre?
I have sobrang mix kasi to eh. Because I do listen to a lot of stupid shit din. Like metal, a lot of halo-halo. So lately, I've been into metal ulit. So, ayun. So pasok sa akin yung ganun. And I can always connect to a person better if pares kami ng taste din. And ayun, tsaka pag creative, kasi I'm also creative. So, I tend to be drawn to more creatives then. But yeah.
Speaking of music pala, no, I think that's one way then that I was able to express but at the same time hide myself when I was growing up. Nung panahon na,
True.
sama ko na kayo.
Oo, panahon natin yun.
Panahon natin to.
Nung panahon natin, yun yung kasagsagan ng emo era eh.
I mean,
and that was the perfect excuse for me to wear eyeliner.
Tama. Tsaka yung magpabangs ka, diba?
Oo, so parang nakapagpahaba ako.
Black nail polish. The whole
Nail
thing.
polish ako.
Oh my God.
Parang it felt very freeing. So
Yeah,
even
tight
though I don't
pants.
really want to see myself in black, but since that's the only excuse for me to have long hair, to wear eyeliner,
so
even,
is Lady Gaga also an icon for you?
she is, but not personally for me.
I see.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
mean, I don't want to see that I'm not like the other gays.
Yeah.
Bigay ka pala eh.
Pero I guess ganun na nga, na parang, you know how the gays live for Lady Gaga,
Yeah.
ganyan.
Yeah.
But I live for Regine Velasquez, which I guess is another gay icon.
Pinoy. Sa
Pero,
bagay.
diba? Pero hindi siya yung usual
Hindi ko na narinig to.
na gay icon ng mga online people, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm more on the, Filipino side of gay icons. Like, I love
I see.
Regine Velasquez. I live for her.
Mga Jolina.
Oh
my God,
true.
sorry.
Chuba Chuchu realness.
Oh?
Like kapag may video na umiiyak sila, naiyak din ako.
Naiyak
Yung
din.
eksena, yeah. But let's going back to dating, no? How do you guys find dates? Or well, how were you finding dates before? Because I know Tay, by the way, is not available. She is very happy and she will be living in Germany soon.
Pinrosted, no?
Congratulations. Isang kababayan na
It's
naman
so
po natin.
random. Honestly, yung dating lifestyle ko din, may ex ako na nag-start sa akin mag-message from IG, for example. May nag-start na, kunwari, parang fan. Meron din naman na parang...
Dinate mo yung fan?
Well, okay, ito yung explanation nun. Kasi meron akong hosting with like a celebrity. Tapos
Okay.
itong celebrity na to, fina-follow niya. Tapos nakita niya ako dun sa picture ng celebrity with the celebrity. Tapos nag-message siya sa IG. Yun. So hindi naman siya super fan ko.
Okay.
Fan siya nung celebrity.
Pero nakita ka niya because
Pero
of
dun
that.
niya ako nakita. So
Get.
doon nag-start yun. Tapos meron din naman mga random instances din na nag-meet kami sa school. Pero isa lang ang no-go zone ko, esports.
Oh, you don't
Tama.
want to date anyone from
Same.
the industry.
It's messy.
Same.
But how are you looking for dates now and before?
Oh, I try to date outside of my circles kasi since
Same.
think ko ni Taylor kasi esports is a very very small community.
It is very small.
Pag nagka-issue yan, kakalat yan sa
Di ba may
spaces
term,
mo.
ano yun, you don't shit? on
Yeah,
the
you don't
internet?
shit where you eat.
Yeah, same.
And I hate dating people within my circles kasi nagiging awkward pag pag natatapos.
Totoo. Tsaka yung magkasama pa kayo sa work, asa rin pa
Oo.
kayo. Ang
I mean,
daming
there's
kung
ano,
ano-ano.
like the conflict of interest din in some things. Like, di na natin maiiwasan yun. Kasi, like, why are you getting work? Why is she getting work? Nasabay, diba? May mga
true.
ganong instances din. So, we wanna avoid that conversation na altogether by dating outside your circles. So, yeah, for me, it's been a hit and miss. Pero yeah, dating apps pa din and trying to just meet more people in spaces I'm in right now, like yung mga fitness spaces ko, ganun. Seeing if I get to
Are you
vibe
part
with-
of the ano yun yung nauuso ngayon, running clubs? Ganun.
I try to run now, pero not for the reasons of like meeting someone.
I've been seeing TikToks na parang running clubs are the new
It's
Bumble
the new
daw.
thing.
Yeah, yung Bumble ko and yung Strava ko, ganun.
Wait, Strava is an app, right?
Yes,
Yun yung nakikita mo kung saan ka tumakbo, diba?
Yes.
Ah,
So,
wait.
yun yung fitness,
So how do you
ano
meet
ba?
people in Strava?
Habang
People just
tumatakbo
randomly
sila.
follow you.
Hey.
Kaya kung meron malapit sa area mo,
Parang
ganun.
weird. Parang, huy,
May
kamusta
ano lang,
takbo mo? Di ba?
bigyan mo lang ng kudos yan.
Nakuha yung
ganun.
IG mo.
Di ba parang, well, I guess to each his own. If it works, then it
Oo.
works. Wait, well, speaking of apps, have you guys ever used dating apps?
I've
Yeah.
never met anyone from like a dating
What do you
app.
met? Like, in person? But you
Hindi
tried
na-go far. Oo, nag-try mag-talk before Bumble kasi yung female yung pwedeng mag-message muna, di ba? Yung
But
babae
female,
muna.
right? So, paano yung eksena sa inyo? Kasi sa gay,
Parehas pwedeng
parehas
mag-message.
pwede. Yun nga, that's what I liked about Bumble initially.
Pwede mag-message
Parehang
parehas.
The pressure is not just on the girls. Because I know for the straight...
Yeah, I
ganun
just
eh.
find it na parang hindi ganun ka authentic yung conversation. Siguro dahil syempre marami rin silang ibang matches, marami rin silang ibang kausap.
So you don't like that culture?
Yeah, I don't really. Kasi I'm a full-on simp kind of person na pag parang may nagustuhan akong tao, yung
Yun na
focus
yun.
ko nandun lang.
Yeah, the last 2 girlfriends I've had were from dating apps. So, both long-term relationships, pero at different stages of my life before transitioning and like nowadays. So yun, it's been a very weird experience, like experiencing both sides of Bumble. Kasi
So
like,
parang from Bumble.
oo,
So
kasi
Bumble is the app to
Bumble
go.
was the key. Kasi before na, wala naman akong pressure kung mausap kasi the girls are striking
Yeah.
conversation, diba? Nowadays, I have to make an effort to talk to people and find a good match. Minsan nakaka-drain ng energy kasi alam mong hindi naman match to begin with, pero you wanna just see
You
where
still
it goes.
try.
Yeah, still try.
Kapag-date ka na ba sa straight? Or like, meron ka na
Like
nagustuhan?
girl?
I mean, meron ka nagustuhan or like, yung itsura man lang or something
Na girl.
like that. Na girl. Or na lalaki. Straight na lalaki.
Of course. I feel like most gay guys, especially growing up, were always drawn towards masculine men. As in, di ba sinabi ko kanina yung Zanjo. For me, di naman siya sobrang pogi, pero since masarap, go tayo dyan. So parang, I've had a lot of crushes and I'd like to think
Heartbroken? Any heartbroken?
in all fairness to me, I've always been controlled. You know how a lot of gay guys parang, hindi niya ako matatanggap.
Okay,
Parang
okay.
hindi siya magiging bading,
I love
whatever.
it.
So, iiyak, ganyan si bakla. Ako never. Parang, when I was younger, I have a lot of crushes. I'd like to think baka na in love ako at some point, pero I don't know because I'm super young. Pero never to the point na aasahan kong magiging kami. Never umabot sa ganung
okay.
level. I don't know.
Meron?
Mapagmahal ako Inaasar ako din ngayon na Dani mapagmahal daw. Like, I get to attach easily, especially when I get to talk to women na consistently. Kasi, for example, it's already hard enough for me to meet women who are interested in someone who's trans. So, I try to go, like, put my best foot forward talaga kaagad. So, sometimes it lands me in the not the best situations.
I think it happens more
Yeah.
often sa
girls?
lesbian gay side. Kasi ang dami kong nadaanan na curious lang sila.
Ay, oo.
Tapos biglang hindi pala sila curious.
Dami kong nadaanan na curious lang sila. Tapos in the end, parang di naman
Di
pala talaga
talaga,
fitting and like emotionally in the future. Ganon,
How did
hindi
that
talaga.
make you feel?
Okay lang, bata pa naman ako nung time na yun eh. If you want, then go. Kung,
Okay.
Pero, was that a parang learning phase as well? 'Cause
yeah,
I
it also make you realize na,
hindi na ako
syempre,
gaganito ulit. Ganun.
hindi naman sa hindi gaganito ulit. Kasi may mga relationship din ako na
Magsa-start talaga sa...
nag-start na straight sila. Tapos ako yung
Gender bender.
Tapos ako yung nag-pursue, tapos nagtuloy-tuloy, and then konting, yun
So
na,
now,
break up.
after the breakup,
Tuluyang bading na sila.
Hell yeah.
Gender bender.
Siguro
Ikaw ang
bata pa
trigger
kasi.
nila.
Hindi, pero, I mean,
You help them realize.
Ikaw ang awakening nila.
pero okay lang naman.
Oh
I
my God,
mean,
imagine though, what's your gay awakening si Tara?
Growing up, si Taylor talaga yung nagpabading sa akin.
Power!
oh my goodness.
Sobrang power.
Yung taga-Valorant pa yan.
Yung taga-power.
Kung manonood man yung anak ko nito in the future, I'm so sorry.
Ito yung origins. Wait, how about your partner now? Or your girlfriend now? Are you guys, hindi naman kayo engaged pa, right?
Hindi pa.
Char.
Kailan? When? Hello?
Ano yung tatanong ko? Nakalimutan ko tuloy.
Alam mo-
Was she curious?
Oh,
Something?
no. She's already like, she
Full-blown.
came out already.
Oh,
Okay na
fine.
lahat and everything else. Full-blown na.
Ang
Ika
ganda
nga.
sana imagine pa nagka-anak at sa nangyay. Paano kayo, ano yun? What, mommy, how did you ganyan sabihin?
I bended the
because
gender.
of Tyra. Di ba? Ang gandang story, no?
Diyos
Pwede
ko.
pang book.
Pero okay lang naman kung bata ka pa eh. Pero kung hanap mo is like, syempre, serious relationship, don't go for straights, man. It's...
How about curious?
sakit sa ulo.
Don't go for curious
Don't go
as
for
well.
curious as
Para mas
well.
nakakainis
There's still
yung
not...
curious
Mas
din.
nakakainis pa yun
Oo.
kasi may push and pull yun eh. May ganun din
Yes.
ako dati na parang te-text kami tapos biglang di na siya nagre-reply porket may emotional thing na rin na dagdag na kasama. Tapos ako parang, okay.
That's something na I learned siguro, like, as I grow up, na parang, I don't want to date someone who's not out anymore.
Yes.
How about you guys?
Yeah.
It's so hard.
I think nowadays yun na yung pinaka-standard ko. Kasi I'm obviously out. So there's no reason for my partner to not be out. Kasi parang kinakaya mo ba ako?
What if,
Diba?
parang, ay hindi tayo pupunta sa parents ko kasi hindi nila alam.
Ayan, parang out sila
May
sa
ganyan.
friends, pero sa family
Sa friends,
hindi.
okay lang, ganun. Tapos sa family, hindi.
I think nowadays hindi na sa akin, hindi na as important
Nagpa-bother.
yung family side of kung okay lang ba sa kanila ganun. Pero if it gets to that point na talagang intimate, deep na, syempre, we have to address that.
It would be nice,
It
diba?
would be nice.
Pero
It's always nice to get their
requirement, no
approval.
naman.
No naman. As long as they're open to themselves, yung wala na tinatago, ganun. Kasi ang hirap
Yung hindi
Kasi,
na conflicted na, ano ba ako?
ayoko sa lahat, knowing I am a catch, by the way, na kinakahiya ako ng whoever I'm dating. Parang mas nakakahiya ka kasi, di ba, hindi ka nga out eh.
Totoo.
Well, speaking of coming out, something that we didn't discuss pala earlier is, do you guys feel like everybody should come out? Do you guys think it's a requirement, a necessity?
Do it at your own pacing, you know? Kung feel mo, then feel mo siyang sabihin mo na. If hindi, it's okay. At I think the takeaway lang for me is like, just do what makes you happy.
Yeah.
Kung gusto mong i-post sa social media, go ahead. Kung hindi naman and gusto mo sa'yo and friends, yun yung mas importante para sa'yo na feeling, then go ahead. Pero I feel like kung saan ka comfortable, kung saan ka happy, yun na muna.
We discussed about being out kanina. Pero would you say someone who's still in the closet, for example, is out if they know who they are, but they're not out? Like, hindi sila nagkaroon ng coming out to friends, family, pero alam nila kung sino sila. Is that person considered out or not for you guys?
Closeted?
Hirap, diba? Kasi parang,
hard,
I remember, I have a friend before, sabi niya, kasi live-in sila ng partner niya for the longest time. Tapos the situation is, yung partner niya, hindi out to anyone. Like, even friends. Even
Except the
friends.
partner.
Okay.
Pero, except the partner. And the partner
Okay.
naman knows that he's gay. Yun yun, 100% he knows he's gay, but no one else knows. Or maybe the friends know, pero never nag-come out.
I think it's the fault of society in general na it makes you feel that way na you shouldn't come out. At the end of the day, parang gusto ko sana isang araw gumising ako tapos tanungin kita, straight ka ba? Gano'n, like mag-reverse yung
Yeah.
role, di ba? Like, are you
Like, come out
straight?
as straight.
Gano'n.
Mag-come out
Like,
as
what?
straight.
You're straight? Gano'n na lang yung biglaan, di ba? Parang, the end of the day, you just wake up, you're human.
True.
Yeah.
Gets. Well, so we talked about apps and all. Now let's talk about, because the gays have Grindr, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys know what Grindr is. If you guys don't know, it's an app where you guys get hookups, basically. I know some people find dates, love, for whatever reason. Naghahanap sila sa Grindr, and some of those people are successful. I'm not zeroing that out.
Ako nga, sabi ko, hindi ako nagbabumble Tinder, pero sa Omegle ko nakilala
Diba?
yung jowa ko.
Guys, Omegle works.
Hindi pa galing.
Omegle works.
German pa.
German pa. Wala nang Omegle
You know,
ngayon.
once it finds you, it finds you.
Oh, kami-
Ako Twitter, actually. Yung akin Twitter.
Kasi imagine, like, sa Omegle, di ba, isang refresh mo, it's gone at that point. Pero nagkakilala kami. Wala pang chat, ay wala pang video yun. Ikaw sa Twitter.
Sa akin sa Twitter.
Ikaw naman yung past relationship mo sa Bumble.
Yeah, Bumble.
Yeah.
So, in fairness, puro pa tayo mga digital.
Pag para sa'yo
Para
talaga.
sa'yo talaga. It's true. Well, for lesbians, do you guys have a hookup app?
I think they do, pero hindi ako gumagamit kasi ng apps masyado. Pero I think meron eh. Hindi nga lang siya kasi dito sa Philippines, I think in general sa buong mundo, hindi ganun kadami yung... Kumbaga, lesbians are still a minority. If you look at gay clubs, for example, I've
Are
been...
there lesbian clubs?
No, there's not here in the Philippines. Wala pa. Yun nga, di ba? So parang kahit sa ibang parte ng mundo, kahit nung nag-Thailand din ako, which is very much open, there's not really a specific lesbian club. Sa Cologne ko lang yun naranasan. And it was full of hot women, by the way. But at the same time, wala siya masyado dito. We're still like basically a minority.
Yeah.
Pag pumasok ako sa gay club, I feel like it's a safe... Actually, I enjoy. Because first of all, it's a safe place.
Yeah.
And like, mas comfortable talaga ako na maging touchy sa ganun
Yeah.
na scenario kesa sa mga straight clubs. Pero at the same time, there's not a lot of women actually. Not a lot. Mostly mga lalaki rin talaga or like gay people.
I see. Well, for the gays, for Danny, have you used the hookup app?
No.
Have you? Siguro in-install niya tapos inisip niya tapos
Ganun
delete niya
ba?
ulit.
Does Reddit count?
I guess. Because I know people who
yeah.
look for hookups on Reddit.
So it's connected to I wanted to try if it's for me, yung guy. And it didn't work kasi again, mas ano talaga.
So never hindi kayo nag-meet?
Nag-meet kami and then like never again.
Gets.
Just to see if it's something I want.
Well, speaking of safe space, no, what for you is a safe space?
I feel like for me, a safe space is like some place syempre na pwede ka maging sarili mo. But also at the same time na there's respect around it. Like right now, this is a safe space. Like I feel like I can talk whatever I want to talk about. And I do feel like mas nagre-rely siya heavily talaga sa respect side. Na you give my space, then I give yours as well. We listen, we talk.
What's a safe space for Dan?
Personally, if I feel light around the person or the place I'm in, that's already a safe space for me. Kasi I can be myself, I can just talk about anything. Alam mo, hindi ko na kailangan magpanggap. Kasi syempre ang dami kong layers sa sarili ko eh. And now that I don't have to pretend, I feel like it's a safe space na. And when it's nurtured with love constantly, that's a safe space.
Same with me, actually. And I think it's very important, especially in the pandemic. I think that's when I developed the understanding of what really is a safe space. Not promoting my stream, no? Pero, I couldn't imagine a pandemic life wherein hindi ako nag-stream. Kasi the streaming life helped me so much. Kasi, you know, you mentioned kanina na parang ang hirap i-navigate nung buhay when we were in the lockdown.
Yeah.
Kasi you're isolated, you're alone. More or less, if you're with your family, you're lucky. Some people live alone talaga. And that's where I realized what a safe space is. And it's when you're just authentically you. Like, no pretensions whatsoever. And if ever that there are people there with you, these people, you know, they got your back. Like, you guys share the same ideologies, maybe, allies. The 100% allies, not the
The
allies
100% without the
not
butt.
allies, the bot. Yeah, basically. Well, so that's all about dating. Now let's talk about sex stuff.
Oh,
Right?
wait, let me drink.
So for gays, of course, a lot of people always ask, top ka ba o bottom? For lesbians, what's
it's
the
the same.
counterpart?
It's the same.
Pink and, tama ba?
Top and bottom din,
Really?
actually. Yeah.
So,
For example, I'm a top. So,
what does that mean
in
for the
connotation
lesbians?
is like, I'm literally at the top. I'm more like, controlling of what's happening dun sa kaganapan, or basically same as gay men as well.
Kasi for gays, the top is the one who inserts the penis sa puwet, for example. So, same.
Same. And siguro sa lesbian side is more of like, paano mo ba sabihin? Kunwari, hindi ko siya ma-explain
Kung kaya mo yan.
ng maayos.
Ng words.
Basta,
Gusto mo idamos.
someone who's... Paisip ako bigla. Siguro someone who's more dominant doon sa relationship
Okay.
na yon. In terms of sexually, hindi yung like parang relationship roles.
Connecting, if we connect that to dating, during the earlier stage of the dating phase, do you guys talk about that as well?
I think it's about the vibes that you give off. Pagdating sa amin, sa mundo ko, it's all about the vibes you give off. Syempre, pag may mga tao na parang cutie pie, yung dating, tapos merong parang ako, like much more like vocal, mas extroverty ka nga. Parang maiisip mo na agad, like, oh, maybe she's the top. Ganun. Pero may mga tao na hindi,
Yeah,
like,
Yung mga minsan yung mga maliliit pa, di ba?
oh, sila pa yung hindi talaga. Baby pala, ganun.
True.
Minsan, ganun din ako.
How about for trans women? How's the sex life?
It's actually very complicated depending on who you do it with. Kasi for example, when you're a pre-op trans woman, diba? And you want to do it with a guy, you treat it like how gay sex is being done. And for example, if you're with a girl naman, it's how you treat like cisgender sex minsan. Pero it comes with fantasies and more foreplay
My God,
with
the
women,
fantasies.
of course.
You know, there's this one time, nasa club kami ng girlfriend ko. And then may isang...
Philippines?
Germany. May isang guy na... guy ba? Basta may isang tao na lumapit sa amin. And syempre, clingy kami ng konti. We're dancing around. Tapos ginanon yung mukha namin. Pagkikiss kami, like, hello? Parang, just because we're together, like, you don't have to do that. Yun yung, doon ako pinaka-na-offend. Parang, alam kong girlfriend ko siya, gusto ko siyang i-kiss, oo, pero, can you not? Like, we're not dolls, we're not, you know, kasi may mga, kumbaga, tinitignan nila as like, oh, they're lesbians. Maybe, like, I could have them join my room, you know? Like,
Oh, that's annoying.
that's so annoying.
So what's the
annoying.
let's talk about like cis people sexualizing
Oh
the
my
gay
goodness.
And I guess it happens more
A
so
lot.
for lesbians.
A lot. Every time we go out, like parang, oh, you guys are together? Can you guys kiss? Ganyan. May ganun talaga. Like, ganun talaga yung straight to the point. Can you guys kiss? I'm like, no. O kaya naman, there's this guy who's gonna try to kiss your girlfriend, for example, thinking that it's okay because like you're in a relationship with another woman. Parang, that's not okay. Like,
Yeah.
can you not? And then, parang, ano lang, like, wag nyo nang galawin yung mga bagay na hindi nyo naman problema.
Especially for cis guys, di ba? Parang they treat like lesbians as like, parang...
Fantasy.
Fantasy. Like a high regard.
Yeah.
So, when they get to engage with lesbian couples or lesbian in general, parang ang laki ng bragging rights for them. So, that's the annoying part about that.
Have you ever been asked for a threesome by a guy?
Yeah.
How did that happen? Like was it in a club setting out of nowhere?
No, it was like in a proper setting kahit papano.
So, kilala kayo nung guy both or only you, only your girlfriend?
Guy tsaka yung girlfriend niya, alam nila parehas.
Wait, girlfriend niya? So ikaw yung tinanong kung pwede kang...
Sumama.
Ikaw yung third wheel kung sakali.
Ako yung third wheel.
Oh, did you say yes?
Well, I was interested dun sa babae, so yeah. Pero yun yung setup. Like parang I was just going for the girl. Kasi kayo nang bahala dyan.
Wait, so when you... If it's okay, no? When you guys were doing it, you're only focused on the girl. Like, whatever. But maybe, is that what they wanted to see?
It is
Or the guy,
also.
what the guy wanted to see
Also
pala?
that, yeah. Parang it was also like a fantasy sa lahat nung nandun. So, yeah, try. Okay. Kasi yun naman yung times na curious pa lahat. Wala pa. I wasn't in a relationship yet. So, let's go.
Have you done anything crazy?
No.
Really?
I was very vanilla.
Before, how about now?
Do you still stay friends with your ex?
No, like
Not
like
me.
yung isa, Nina.
At all?
The recent one, no.
Ikaw?
Wala pa akong ex eh.
Wala
The most
Oh,
recent
wow.
one na nag-end was my first love. Pero we weren't together. Hindi umabot
Okay,
sa
okay.
boyfriends. Pero that was my first love and that's actually the reason why I came out.
I see.
Yeah. So basically what happened was super quick lang about my coming out. I was heartbroken. I had all my feelings and I can't process it alone. I asked my mom for help
Okay.
and I came out.
I see.
So parang that was, you know how they always say na once you know, you know. Yun
Yeah.
yun. Parang hindi ko na kaya. And I've always been one to hide myself. So, I talked to my mom one morning. As in, 7 a.m. nagising ako. I saw my mom cooking. Tapos sinabi ko, can we talk? Tapos we talk. I came out.
Kamusta naman yung niluluto nung time na yun? Hindi ba
Ay,
nasunog?
hindi naman nasunog. Hindi naman nasunog.
Doon ako concerned.
Oo. Tapos tanda ako, ewan ko baka drama queen lang ako. Nabanggit kasi Bobby nun eh. Yung sinabi kong, ano yun, natandaan niyo ba nung bata kami, ganong eksena. Yung sabi ko, parang feeling ko hindi ako priority, hindi ako napapansin, ganong eksena. Parang si Bobby sa First
Oh my
Sister
God,
kasi may
ganyan
mom
ako sa
knows
nanay
eh.
ko.
Kasi may mom
Hindi naman ako
knows.
paboritong ano.
Oo, ganun. Tapos, ang eksena ni Mommy, hindi naman sa ganun, hindi kita masyadong pinapansin kasi alam kong kaya mo. So sabi ko, oh my God,
Oh my God,
Bobby!
lagi kasi nasabi din yun.
Di ba?
Oh my goodness.
Parang, oh my God, si Bobby pala talaga ako. Anyway, nag-release tuloy tayo. Ano yung pinag-usapan natin about sex? Oh, yung freaky. Freaky.
Freaky!
Yung mga, kagulat-gulat na ginagawa natin
Pero
about...
first time, like, for you guys. Kasi syempre, question mark yun sa lahat ng tao eh. Kahit sa atin, nagsa-start pa lang or like when we just came out and gusto mo mag-explore, di ba? Like, how do you research? How do you find what you need to do? How do you do this and that?
Right.
Well, porn really helped. Although, just a note, no, porn is somehow
It's
crazy
education.
sometimes.
It's too much
Yung mga
sometimes.
sakal-sakal and everything.
Yeah.
You don't have to do all of that if you don't want to. I started really early in my sex life exploration. I started first year high school. Maybe that's not early for some, pero that's early for me. And I've done a lot of crazy stuff as well. As foursomes, orgy, lahat yung nagawa ko na. And I'm a strong advocate of gay people, or siguro anyone, not just gay people, for them to actually explore their sexuality. Kasi you will figure out what works for you.
Even yourself, actually. Like, after a while, malalaman mo exactly din yung gusto mo
Yeah.
in bed. So, I think that's very important so you could enjoy, really.
Yeah.
Ikaw?
Yeah, I think during the last relationship I had, we were trying to explore a lot of things then. Kasi this is my first time being in a relationship when I'm trans. So, ang dami kong chance na i-explore yung mga hindi ko man lang naisip before.
So you guys bought toys and everything? Lahat
Oh,
yan?
yeah, of course. Ako nun, princess ako nun. Ganun. Baby girl ako nun. So, syempre wala ako nagawa kasi since boss nga ako sa office, diba? So, pag kasama ko siya, parang, okay, I'm a baby.
I feel like,
Wait,
I don't know.
go.
Sige, I feel like gay sex is much more fun than straight sex.
How so? How so?
I mean, una sa lahat, mas open tayo. And I feel like,
It's more intimate too, right?
mas intimate. Ewan ko
It's backed by intimacy.
Because I also dated guys and I know how it
Okay,
feels
I
as
feel
well.
like for
But
gay sex, as in the gay, boy to boy,
sa
I think
world ko yun.
it's
Sige.
not always going to be about intimacy.
True.
You know how they always say na the gay guys still technically are still men, so libido is still higher. For example, come on, scientists. But
Mga hayop, no?
parang mas prevalent yung casual sex
I
for gay
see.
men.
For lesbians din naman. Meron
Really
din
ba?
naman. Oo.
Do you guys have sides as well? Do you know what the side
Side?
is?
What's
Di ba
the
we have a
side?
top and the bottom? So
Oh.
yung pumapasok at pinapasukan.
Oh.
So kapag side ka, you find pleasure in sex even without anal sex.
Well,
so
I don't do anal.
siguro sa
That's the
girl,
thing.
maybe the counterpart is you find pleasure in sex even if walang pinapasok sa pek-pek.
Well,
May
yeah.
ganun ba? So yeah, cuddle o kaya blowjob.
I feel like kasi iba din naman
tawag sa
yung
blowjob ng girl?
eating out na.
Okay.
Ganun na lang.
Walang one word lang, mas madaling sabihin.
Wala eh. Kain. Kain.
Mga
Yummers! Ganun na lang.
Mukbang.
Uy, dami nun.
Mukbang! Oh my goodness!
Okay, that's learning.
Yeah, mukbang.
So walang parang ganun lang, happy na ako sa mukbang lang.
May ganun na.
Meron.
Kasi iba-iba rin naman kasi yung feeling para sa babae.
Pero wala pang generalized term for it.
Not really necessarily.
Yeah.
I think, as far as I know, kung
They
meron
try to
nakakaalam.
they try to make terms for it kasi, di ba? Just to make
Yeah.
it sound funny or like normal.
Kasi with gays, I feel like yung sides, they're more known now. I'm a side now, actually. So before, at first, I was a top. Only because ayokong pasukan ako ng tite. Kasi ma-arty ako. Like, feeling ko masakit, ganyan. So, ayaw. Tapos, eventually, when I was trying to explore naman my femininity, sabi ko, oh, maybe I'm a bottom, ganyan. But whenever I try to insert anything in my butthole, it hurts.
It does hurt.
And I don't want to hurt at
Yeah.
all. So, eventually, bumalik ako sa pagiging top. So, fucking ganyan. Pero, hindi eh. Parang wala lang. Pinapasok ko lang. Parang, I don't find anything good about it. So, that's when I figured out na, oh, maybe I'm a side. And then now, I'm happy with yung chupa lang, or kiss lang, or cuddle lang, gano'n.
Depende
Walang
ata
anal
yun
pen.
sa syempre kung ano yung stimulating para
True.
sa'yo.
Yeah, yeah.
Diba? Kasi may mga tao na gusto nila like a lot of kissing, a lot of making out before kayo.
A lot of foreplay, basically.
A lot of foreplay.
Yeah, yun yung
May
term
iba
pala
naman na
for sides.
talagang direkta na lang, di ba? But I feel like it's all about, yun nga, finding yourself first and then knowing what you really actually want. Kahit hindi mo pa gusto, kunwari, pwede mong itry para at least alam mo na, doon mo
Basta try mo na
mapagdesisyonan
din, diba?
na
Yeah.
hindi ko siya gusto. Mas gusto ko yung ganito.
Are there orgies for lesbians?
I think so. I'm not part of it, but I think so.
Di ba?
Probably,
Yun ang
probably.
mukbang.
Yun
Yun ang mukbang.
tawag doon sangyup, man. Unlimited.
Oh, unlimited.
Barbecue.
Oh my God. True. What? We're talking about sex and all, but you know, this is also a reminder that it's okay to be sex positive. It's okay to try whatever you want to experiment with, but always practice safe sex. You know, there's a lot of information online about safe sex. And just in case na you were like me, I've had multiple HIV scares from the past because I've been, what's the English of mapangahas? Naging mapangahas ako nung kabataan.
Mapusok.
Mapusok.
Very outgoing.
True. There's a lot of free resources here in the Philippines as well, institutions that you can visit. Like yung mentioned ni Danny earlier, Love Yourself is one. And if you want to be discreet and you want to be, at the comfort of your homes lang, they actually cater to you as well. As in, they deliver self-testing kits, for example. So there's no reason for you to not practice safe sex. So,
Straight or gay?
yeah, actually, straight or gay. True.
Anyone,
Now,
please.
parang, I guess one thing that, you know how a lot of people think na AIDS or HIV or whatsoever, other STDs are mostly coming from gays. I think
Yeah.
we're all equally involved here. It's not just the
As long
gays.
as you do the deed, you
If
should
anything,
do it.
feeling ko nga gay people are more protective pa eh.
Protective and
True.
safe.
If anything, it's more of a hygiene thing. Sa
True.
totoo lang, diba?
Sa true
And
lang.
like, typically gay people are more hygienic sa totoo, in general.
True. Well, speaking of another thing now, since we're talking about the more, I have a question about that. Parang, how do I phrase this? You know how for sa mga bading, madaming mga guys na ilang sa mga gay guys kasi feeling nila bet namin sila. Where in fact, hindi naman,
Oh,
most of the time,
Huwag kayong
hindi.
feeling. Please lang.
Most of the time,
Assuming,
hindi.
no?
Most of the time, hindi.
May itsura ka lang, porke?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ganon. Well, personality muna.
Yeah, gays are more maarte pa in terms of
Choosy.
standards. It's so much harder to be a gay person, trust me. Well, since we're almost done with everything that we
What?
want to talk about, right? I want to talk about more, maybe 3 hours episode. Charot. Let's talk about another thing that makes us all connected. Kasi we're all part of the community, but at the same time, we're all part of the industry.
Yeah.
Of the esports, gaming, whatever, what you call it, industry. So Tyler here is, ano ka ba?
Taga-yo-yo,
Yeah,
sa gilid-gilid.
Shoutcaster,
ganyan.
caster, host.
I
Ano
do
bang hindi
hosting
kayang
for
gawin?
esports usually, and I do cast FPS games.
And Danny is?
I am a creative and I work with most of the gaming brands in Southeast Asia.
Kung gusto niyo ang overlay, ayan, overdrive.
May-
Gusto
mention
niyo ng
naman din
caster
sila,
tsaka ng
actually.
host, andito si Blair, diba?
Ganun.
Tapos ako na yung
Si Tara.
caster, diba?
Yeah.
May,
So Tay, di ba right now you're a shoutcaster, host, etc. How did that start?
well, way back talaga, 11 years ago, may mga events talaga for esports na yung mga PGF,
Local.
yung mga OG, local events talaga na.
SMM, diba?
Grabe
yun.
Cyber
What's
Slam.
Tanda ako na,
What's
diba?
SMM?
Yun pa, wala na yun. Dissolve na yun. Hindi ko na intindihin
Basically,
yun.
it's a Malaysian company.
Yeah.
Pero sa Philippines,
Yan yung mga
May
sinaunang
Philippines sila.
events
Diba? Tanda.
ng
Ang sakit ng likod
esports.
namin.
Oh,
dun.
sakit na yung likod namin. Pero bata pa talaga ako noon. Siguro mga 13, 14 years old ako nung pumupunta pa ako yung event. And then the next event na pinuntahan ko, si Mineski, meron silang booth for like, open ano lang, sige, apply kayo. And during that time, ito pa yung connotation during that time. Syempre, sa esports, uso pa yung parang, uy, ang ganda nito. Chicks, may
Yeah.
ganyan, may
Eye
babae.
candy ka agad.
Oh, like, you know what? I'm so fucking proud that I went out of that zone already. You know, like, I'm done
So
being...
you wanted to be part of it before. Yung
Yeah.
chicks vibe.
I mean, not necessarily. Part of it, I was accepted. I know I was accepted because
Maganda.
partly dahil doon.
Hell yeah.
Pero I'm very proud I went out of that and really, I know that I'm good. Diba? Iba magkaiba kasi yun eh, na parang may itsura ka lang and then yung other side na yung creative side mo, nalalabas mo talaga and mas gumagaling ka pa. So, nag-start talaga sa ganong connotation. But then, syempre, Mineski being known as like a Dota club talaga, way back, FPS yung hinahanap nila, which is ako yun. Kasi nagko-crossfire na parang professional din ako way back before. So doon na nagsimula, salang lang ng salang, dire-diretso lang, Mineski events, sige, punta ka ng Cebu, punta ka ng Davao, walang mga bayad, hotel lang, ganyan. And kaya akala nga nila com arts yung course ko. Pero yung totoo, intercourse. Joke lang. IT talaga
IT,
ako.
intercourse.
Ayun, IT. Tama naman, IT.
Di ba?
IT, di ba? So, doon lang talaga ako natuto actually. The experience just after so much years, doon ko na lang din kinukuha. Ang daming mga fail moments, pero...
How did being a lesbian or how is being a lesbian your, weapon while you were climbing up the ladder?
I like it because the thing is, sa esports world, di ba marami rin syempre mga guys na talagang papalibutan ka and everything else. And I like it because hindi sila nagde-dare lumapit masyado. Iniiwasan nila kasi alam nilang hindi ka straight, di ba? So, at least you give off that vibes and it's also like, well, I'm not interested anyway, so don't bother, di ba? And also at the same time, you get to represent something na hindi usual sa esports scene. Knowingly na syempre sa Pilipinas pa lang, 'di ba? And then you add esports into that na it's a male-dominated space basically and you're gay and then you're also a host, you control everything. So, that's a big part. I do like it a lot.
And Danny, was it part of the plan, the creatives and esports?
Yeah, actually, so yung course ko kasi multimedia in Mapua, so yan. And I really wanted to have a gaming career at some point, whether it's me playing or me making a game. Kasi yun talaga yung plan ako originally. But it turns out,
So yung major something mo is
I
about
majored in
gaming?
animation.
Ah,
So multimedia graduate talaga ako. And ayun, at some point, parang na-expose ako sa gaming industry, sa esports industry kasi kakadota ko noon dahil bagot ako sa work, sa school work. And slowly but surely I got to know a lot of the people. I used esports as a talking point for one of my subjects. So na hukay ko na rin yung history of a lot of the old esports back then, mga 2008 onwards pa. Grabe. And ayun, at some point I wanted to enter the industry na, nung mga medyo may malay na ako. So yun, I think I applied to Mineski din at some point. Pero
as a creatives.
Hindi, writer pa yun. So,
writer.
Kasi madaldal.
Writer for
Like yung sa may .net sila before.
Mineski.net.
They have a used website before. So yun yung parang in-applyin ko. And so ito lang, I just wanted to talk about Dota.
And you really just want to be part of the scene.
Oo, yun talaga. So at some point, I was trying to find a hole which would my skills cover. And turns out, graphic design, branding, a lot of the creatives was available basically. Kasi wala naman talaga nag-specialize na.
True.
So, ayun, one project led to another, kapal na mukha.
What was the first project? Because it's the Mineski thing. For you, what's the starting point?
I think so I was working with this team called Rave before.
Rave.
So they were a Dota team based in Korea.
Meron kasi akong dinate doon dati.
Para kilala ko yun.
Na lalaki. By the way.
Kilala ko yun. So
Pro
yun,
player.
After nun, never na akong bumalik sa lalaki, guys.
yun
Tandaan
nga.
niyo yan.
So connected pala, no? Hindi ko alam to, pero para kilala ko kung sino doon. So ayun. So one thing led to another, just working with more teams. Walang bayad to, nag-volunteer lang talaga ako kasi gusto ko lang talaga.
During this time, you're alone. You don't have like your company yet.
Wala akong overdrive noon. I had a full-time job on the side. Gusto ko lang talaga maka-work to mga taon to, like si Eri Neiman, of course. A shoutout kay Eri, by the way. Na I wanted to work on his overlays when he was streaming back then. Tapos tuloy-tuloy na. Parang a lot of the mentorship happened, a lot of like pro bono work that led to bigger opportunities. And one of them eventually landed me a job in Tier 1. So yung mga early starts ko ganun talaga. And eventually, as I came out na as a trans woman, parang I know na mas visible yung work ko mismo kasi I'm more exposed. So ayun.
Was it like for Tay, sinabi niya yung mga reasons how being gay somehow is beneficial in her work and in the her work in the field? How about for you?
Actually, I feel like it's not as beneficial as I would want it to be kasi being openly trans comes with its sacrifices, especially when it comes to opportunities to work in other regions, for example, who don't allow or who don't recognize like gay and trans people. For example, alam ko may mga regions ako na hindi ko na pwede makatrabaho, like God forbid, the Middle East, 'di ba? Kasi alam kong bawal naman sa culture nila. So I have to just respect that. And syempre it comes with financial sacrifices then. So yun yung mga pinaka-risks na that comes with being visibly queer for me.
Well, for me, in the streamer/content creator side, guys, girls, girlies, if you guys are part of the community, it's never going to be against you. The gaming space, or if you want to be a streamer, I'm pretty sure there's so many gays out there who want to be streamers. Just start it. Honestly, you guys have personality. I already know that. Gay people are the most colorful people that I've ever known my entire life, and that's always going to be good for you. So, yeah, for me, it's always a win. Siguro the only backlash is I get homophobes from time to time.
Yeah.
Like random homophobic remarks on my videos, on my stream, for example. And it's just a matter of how you, deal with it. For me, I just block it immediately.
Totoo.
When I was just starting out, I used to fight.
Talaga?
Kasi...
You give energy to it.
Kasi hindi naman ako papatalo eh.
Parang...
Laban talaga. Bading ako, ganyan. Yan as well. Yeah. Pero eventually, I had in a way, coaching session with a gay streamer before. And the streamer mentioned na, sure, you can fight. Parang kasi kaya mo. Pero you don't know what your community went through. Maybe they've had trauma from before about yung kung ano nangyayari sa'yo. And maybe it will affect them more. So why not keep your safe space safe rather than trying to fight whatever.
Right. Okay na ikaw yung nag-absorb eh.
Yeah.
Mahirap din kasi mag-explain sa mga tao na sarado rin naman yung
True.
isip. Di ba? Parang, bakit ka pa mag-e-effort kung hindi naman nila ever bubuksan yung
Yeah.
isip
They,
nila?
they do that intentionally. diba?
Yeah.
Like, they do want to.
They
kasi
trigger you
they want
because
to get a reaction.
They want to get a
basically.
reaction.
Yeah, so for me, I just block it. How about for your work?
I don't
Do
care.
you for sure may mga ganon,
May
right?
magko-comment na, ay, tomboy naman yan eh. Oo, tomboy talaga. Ganon din. Ganon. But
So,
I
palaban
just
ka din
accept
before.
it. I mean, at some point, pag in-accept mo na rin kasi, or like sinabi mo na, yeah, you're right, like I'm gay. Anong next sasabihin nila?
Oh, wala na.
Wala nang
Wala.
kasunod. Parang, babasahan mo ba ako ng kung ano-anong mga verse, dun ko na siya ibablock.
Yeah.
Kasi parang sayang oras ko.
You mentioned earlier na there will definitely be regions or areas na hindi mo makaka-work. Was it, nangyari na ba?
Oh yeah, of course. I feel like so there are some countries na I used to be working with, a lot of the clients na alam ko hindi ko na pwede maka-work
Oh, this is
ngayon.
pre-transition?
Yeah, pre-transition and then now that I'm transitioning, nawala yung region of clients na yun, basically.
How
And-
did they break it to you?
They didn't. They didn't
They just
tell
don't
me.
contact
They
you
just-
anymore.
Oh, they just don't contact me anymore. Kasi,
Ginost ka nila in short.
oh, basically. Kasi alam naman nila kaya kong gawin yung trabaho eh. Kasi,
Kasi ginagawa mo na eh.
oh, ginagawa ko na I've been very professional with them. But all of a sudden, now that this comes out, they don't reply, they don't respond. So, alam mo yun, it just, I mean, tinanggap ko na lang. Syempre, wala man akong magagawa eh. Culture naman nila yun. So, I have to respect that fact. Pero at the same time, I try my best to also make sure na hindi ako affected sa mga ganun. Kasi ma-affect yung mga tao ko din.
Well, we've spoken about yung experiences natin, our challenges, etc., our strengths as well. Let's talk about more about the gaming scene naman. So most recently, we know Clove. Tama ba yung pronunciation ko?
si Clove.
Came out and I was very happy. I was a Valorant player for clout.
Oh.
When I was just starting out, I started streaming Valorant because I know that's what people like to
Well,
watch.
it's also a pandemic thing,
Yun
you
nga,
know?
yeah, diba? So I was there. I was a Sky main, whatever. Killjoy Belmonte main, whatever. Tapos, eventually when it grew a little, sabi ko, you know what? It's time to stop pretending. Hindi na ako nag-Valorant. Pero, when Clove came out, I was very happy.
True,
Kasi it's the first time na parang a big game.
Yeah. It's the representation,
is able
you know?
to, provide representation for the community. How did that make you guys feel?
It makes
Especially
me
for-
happy as
for
well.
you, as you work with Valorant
Yeah,
talaga.
exactly. Like, at the same time, yung representation nga is nandun. At least, like, a lot more of people around us and maybe the entirety. Kaya nga, yung generation ngayon, mas open na sila and then mas inclusive na rin sila and they really think na, okay, kailangan, hindi na to for clout na lang,
True.
di ba? Kailangan talaga meron na tayong kasama dito. And I think you could also pretty much see that in movies, in series
Movies
right
na.
now.
True.
Pagdating
Yeah.
sa Netflix, pag pumunta ka
Ano
ng
yung show
Prime,
na sinabi mo kanina?
ay, wag na yun. Hayaan mo na yun. Basta yun.
Watch na lang yung anong yung sinabi ko kanina, nakalimutan ko dito. Yung kay Kit Connor. Nakalimutan ko din, basta nasa Netflix or show Kit Connor lalabas yun.
Yeah.
Cute yun. And for Danny,
Yeah, especially for me who's under the umbrella of trans, I think it's very refreshing to see a game that creates a character that represents who we are as well. Like di naman siya trans woman or trans man, but like they don't represent a gender, which is very good. And di naman nila sinasabi is explicitly, but the fact that the clues are there is a very good step already. And alam mo yun, it just leaves people to interpret na ano ba talaga siya. Diba?
I think we've come so far.
we've
Honestly.
come
did,
so far.
sobra.
Still so far, but we've
Still
come so far.
but it's a huge step.
It's true.
Honestly.
It's true. Something that Danny mentioned earlier when we were starting out is how people from the community need to take up space.
Yes.
And I think we want to give more importance towards that. And siguro as a closing statement for this episode of Oasis, I want to know your thoughts or what for you is taking up space, especially in the industry that we're in right now. How important is it?
Right.
Anything else?
I think I mentioned earlier na it's di lang tayo pwede mag-exist as queer people. We have to be visible. We have to take up space kasi there's a lot of people who are not lucky to be in the positions that we are.
True.
Especially yung tayo, like, we're very public people, di ba? And seeing that possibility na there's a lot of queer people representing gaming and esports gives them a lot of hope to also pursue these passions. Kasi, di ba, a lot of us are very good at what we do. And once we open the community to more capable
pwede pala
people,
yan.
di ba? To more capable people who just happens to be queer, then she's just gonna be a better place.
Yeah, and also having someone na as a role model, kung iisipin mo din naman, di ba? Like, again, if I am my 15-year-old self and I see myself right now, I'm like, wow, that's so cool.
Iiyak
I can,
ka ba?
Yeah.
Oh, iiyak ako, for sure. Like, wow, that's so cool. Like, pwede pala maging super out gay person and then you're also like good at your job and you're in esports and like this big event where Valorant is getting you and everything else, diba? So, I think it's very important because, yun nga, it gives like other people who can speak up for themselves hope.
Actually, that's the same for me. I think taking up space is very important. Kasi growing up, especially with us, with a little bit older, we don't have a lot of people to look up to. Diba?
True.
Now, not just in the gaming space, we have Vice Ganda, for example, who's been doing really well. Congratulations to Vice, congratulations. There's a lot of people to look up to now. Danny, for example, in the creatives, Tyler, for the
Si Blair.
shoutcasting stuff. Si Blair, wow. So,
Diba?
buhat bangko. When I was just starting out in like streaming, I wanted to look at other queer content creators in the Philippines. Unfortunately, well, during the time that I was researching, wala akong nakitang
Not much.
openly gay na yung ginagawa, yung gusto ko lang gawin. Like Stream League, for example. There's no one. So sabi ko, you know what? Maybe I will be the first one. Ganyan! Diba? And parang, like, coming from my small community na lang, I've seen some of them start streaming. And that's amazing. Diba? And most of them are young, like 16, 17, 18. And for them to actually look at it as something that can potentially be fun and maybe a career in the future for them, that's, I don't want to say more than enough for me, but that makes me happy.
True.
Diba? Like, kanina, malayo pa, pero malayo na.
Malayo na.
Malayo na. So, yeah, this has been really fun. I wish we
54 minutes!
I wish
The second part.
we can go longer. But I hope you guys enjoyed this Pride special episode for Oasis.
Yeah.
If you guys want to watch more videos from Oasis, make sure to check out all the other videos on our YouTube channel. You can also follow us in all of our socials. Just search for Oasis Gaming. And baka kayo, you guys want to plug anything?
Nothing much really. See you mga bading at sa mga hindi pa lumalabas dyan. Hello din sa inyo. But thank you for tuning in and watching this episode.
And then,
Yeah, thanks for watching. And yeah, stay gay.
stay gay. Stay
Stay
gay and be
gay.
proud of who you are. And happy Pride Month!
Happy Pride!
Slay!
Bye!